Initial statement. Let me just say this. When Boo and Dave told me that they were going to do this tonight, I was doing the coaching clinic down here in the spring. And we're in Dave's office, and I looked down at the field. It was very moving. As I stated in my release, I came here from a boy from Pittsburgh, Crafton, Pennsylvania, and came down here in the most formative years of my life. And a lot of it was me growing up to be a man on that football field down there. It has shaped my entire life. I met the mother of my 3 daughters. I have 7 grandkids to this date. So coming back here is very, very special, and tonight is very special. And I feel very humbled by it all.
What's your relationship like with Dave Doeren? He was mentioning that you were a mentor to him.
It's great. I've been with Dave since he's been here, and we talk football, and I get what he's doing, and you can see the type of athletes he has coming in. They're playing in the National Football League today. Ironically enough, it's funny, the last time I was on that field was 2004. As the Pittsburgh Steelers were working out Phillip Rivers. We ended up drafting Ben Roethlisberger because Phillip was gone. Not a slight to Ben, but certainly won a championship a year later. So, but Dave has been fantastic. I just think what he does in this community, what he stands for as an individual, not just on the field but off the field, holding people accountable, setting the right examples, giving back to the community. He represents all those things, and that's what this institution is really all about.
Who at NC State are the people most influential to you?
Well, listen. I mean, Lou Holtz recruited me to come down here, and I played with Johnny a few years, and ended up playing with Johnny with the Cleveland Browns my first year. And Chuck Amato. I mean, say what you want. Chuck coached me down here. Bill Ryan gave me a chance to come back when I got cut in Philadelphia to become a grad assistant. It was actually my first indoctrination into coaching. I was coaching down here as a GA. Ironically enough, I was going to Chapel Hill High School to get my degree in coaching over here at NC State. So I was, a little bit of a bitter drive I used to make going over there, but I always enjoyed the end of the day when I came back. But I would say those people, Lou, Bo, Chuck, and really even the School of Education. I graduated from there. I'm very proud to be from there. And as I said before, coaching is teaching. And I learned so much being here through that. So, I think just my time here, the 4.5 years I spent here, were very, very instrumental in my upbringing.
When you get on the field tonight, will your blood start flowing a little bit when you're on the field tonight?
Without a doubt. This is going to be a very, very special. And, I talked to the team last night a little bit. And so, it'll be, it's going to be special. I'm not been around many places where I'm not used to losing night games. So, and I don't plan to start tonight.
Can you talk a little bit about with all your teammates, all those people who you grew up with on the field? Kyle, I saw you talking with Robert a little bit. Those guys.
Yeah, it was just really special today. I went to a Medios, and they did a great job allowing me to. I invited all the players we had, and coaches we had. Coach Mooney was there. Coach Amato was there, and so many guys that I played with. We sat there and just rehashed some stories, and it was just brought back so many memories. It really does. You talk about going down memory lane, and I can't think of a negative one. Honestly, I said from the standpoint of, even some of the losses, and like I said, meeting my wife down here and the mother of my 3 daughters and 7 grandkids, and seeing some of the people there and talking about those times. And so 3 of the grandkids are here today with me. 2 of them will be on the field with me tonight. It's special. That's what life's about. It's being able to share your experiences, your memories, any degree of wisdom that you may have gained along the way, and let them see what you were a part of. That's called the journey of life.
What were some of the lessons you learned while you were here?
You get knocked down, you get back up. Nothing's going to be handed to you. You had to earn everything you did. That the power of the mind is very powerful. When I walked on the field, I became a certain way. When I walked off the field, I'd like to think I was a different person. When I was on that football field, it was about being united with a sense of purpose, having a will, not being discouraged, and just to accept every challenge that's thrown at you. And I think I learned to accept a lot of challenges coming down here. And like I said, when I left here, I was a more confident person, probably when I came. I'm very blessed to have had the opportunities I had here.
If a 16 or 17-year-old is considering attending NC State and asks for your advice, what would you say to them?
Don't look at another school. I think you have everything you want here. You have opportunity to experience, whether it be an athletic journey, an educational journey, but the socialization that you get here, to me, is above it all. The diversity you have, and again, the opportunities you have. Like I said, I may have grown on that field, but I probably grew even more off the field. Just having a chance to share, what this area is all about, what the triangle is all about, what this university is all about. It's got a little blue collars to me. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, worked in a steel mill. And somehow when I came back down here in Raleigh, North Carolina, I still feel that same sense of blue collar, the same sense of work ethic, the same sense of pride, commitment, trust, and opportunity. That's what this school to me offers. It gives you a little bit of everything, and that's what you need in life to be successful.
Do you feel ready to lead the Wolf Pack chant?
That's a whole nother story. I'm not exactly. I think I just kind of saw what this is all about, but I think when I get on that field, I'll let my actions speak for themselves.
Of all the memories, games, and moments, what kind of sticks out in your mind?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I remember playing as a freshman. I remember the games against Penn State. I remember against the teams that never offered me a scholarship because I said I was too small. I remember the last game against Pitt. They didn't offer me anything either. So it kind of made a lot of things personal when I played. And so those games meant a little bit more to me. But I just remember my teammates as much as I remember anything. I just remember the camaraderie that we had, the closeness we had, the brotherhood we had. That's what we had. We had a close team. We were a tough team. We had each other's backs. And I just remember that part of it. And leaving here and, finding myself coaching, 5 years, 6 years later, just remembering that's the kind of culture that I want to build. It takes time to get the right people who believe in the same things, are committed to the right things. And that's was forged here.
The 1979 team is revered at this school. What would it mean to you as an alumni to see NC State reach those heights, win an ACC, and take?
Oh, it'd be awesome. I mean, listen, I don't even know who's in the ACC anymore, to be quite honest with you. There's just so many different teams, and so I said, it's. But you know what? I think just to go out on that field, just to get everything you got. You're going up against a 4-0 team tonight. It's a great challenge. Big-time offense, a lot of speed. The one thing I know, there's going to be an energy in that stadium that you can feed off of. And so it would mean a lot. And, I think Dave is constantly trying to tweak things, as I think you always are. Coaching, you're constantly tweaking, and you're always constantly learning and changing and just trying to stay ahead of the curve and, gather that one little thing that gets you over the hump. And that's what coaching is all about. But at the same time, instilling core values that let these young men leave here, and if they don't play any more football, what they've learned in life, they can be successful doing other things. Because there is a commitment, there is a sacrifice that you have to make, there's a trust that you have to have at some point. And these are all qualities that allow you to be successful in life.
Just a couple more questions. Anybody have anything else?
You mentioned the sort of mental toughness that you learned while at NC State. How valuable is that specific brand of NC State sort of get back up? Like Phil Rivers said, Wolfpack ain't for soft people. How formative was that for you?
Oh, it's very, very accurate. And you know, and because life isn't right. Like it's one of those things you have to hold people accountable. We try to do that even as a player. I know as a coach, is holding people accountability sometimes gets lost in our profession. And I think that's the job that we have, is to try to hold people accountable, to try to also that sense of commitment, the sense of sacrifice that you have to be willing to make. And those are the little things that, to me, is what separates teams, it separates organizations, separates any culture. It's not so much sometimes what you're willing to contribute, it's what you're willing to sacrifice. And sometimes that may be a role, it may be a commitment to doing more. And if everyone kind of has that along the way, along with kind of a esprit de corps approach to this, where we're all in this together and next man up, you know, I think that's what we're trying to build. And I know that a lot of those qualities were forged down here.